University Stadium in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Mountain West play breaks the seal as the conference race begins with this one. The Miners will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So New Mexico's offense will go to work first. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He may not be the best-known star around, but man, does this team love what he brings.
And they've been stacking up dubs because of their running back. Like, they don't make any bones about it. They're going to hand him the football. They're going to try to make him get the football in as many ways. They'll be a little bit creative.
Breaks away on the back. A huge play, and they get it off. To the 45-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Lobos come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Out wide right, it's Hurley. Runs through a man. He might have some space. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which...
Sprinting away! Touchdown, Lobos! Great job by the back on the option.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They own the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the UTEP Miners offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. This guy has every tool you could want. He is one of the better pass catchers in the game. Snags it quickly on the left. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Miners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Making the adjustment. Running inside. It's Walker. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the ground. He's got it again. He's past the marker. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
Long way to go on second down. Gonna run it. It's Hunter. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense
runs through a man, he might have space. 10. Touchdown, UTEP. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got the back in the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Gets rid of it. Misses badly on that one.
Well, everything on that play started off great. The offensive line gave a great pocket to the QB to survey downfield. He found the open receiver. You just got to finish the play. Receiver, you got to make that catch.
Swings it out to his running back. Breaks into the open. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
He's going to take off, and he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide left, it's Hurley. And they give him enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the 1st. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. This one's complete. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. The UTEP offense headed out to the field to start this drive. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Oh, he's got some space. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, New Mexico. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. From the gun, it's Hunter. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. The Miners come to the line in the hurry-up.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. And the Miners will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Walker. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Miners have their offense in high gear.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
And the Miners go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Takes the handoff, it's Walker. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. Do they have another third down conversion in the bag? Already 2 for 2 on this drive. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to squeak through the pile. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Number 94, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
The Lobos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. 2nd down coming up. He'll set up to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and 1st down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Lobos moving quickly to the line.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. Left side is Smith. Could not make his way to the corner. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly on the move. Upstairs, he's got it. They get him down, but this offense is set. First and goal from the 9.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this 1st half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They put the brakes on him. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He's got it on the run. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Before this 3rd down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Good right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Bohannon. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Back to throw. Time running short in the half. Comes down. It's Bohannon. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Vanderbilt Commodores.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They give it to him again. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Miners will punt it away on 4th down. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Under pressure, trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise, gets down without taking a hit. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Selling the fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Lobos line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Making his first move. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Miners' offense all set and ready to start the drive. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Hold and fired complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The run inside. It's Walker. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. And the Miners are in the hurry-up. Off-play action. Out wide left, it's Jones. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Keeping his eyes downfield. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down. 2nd and long here. Tight end now in motion. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. 2nd down, gonna throw it. They're all over it. Finds his back in the middle. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Miners are rolling down the field. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Quick give. It's Hunter. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Never a doubt. They pulled a little closer, now down 20-13.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the New Mexico offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Long way to go on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Quick give. Got the first down. At the 45, on his way. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the screen. Turning it on. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The give. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go, ready. 22, ready, go. Ready, go.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He's got great speed. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Wants to throw on first. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Unloads in the nick of time.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Changing the routes with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just gets rid of that one.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it then.
And the Miners will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. First play of this drive. Complete on the left to Smith. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will?
He's loose down the middle. Inside the touchdown, Lobos. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
The UTEP offense headed out to the field to start this drive. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Right side, it's Bohannon. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
The Miners want to crank the tempo.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Rush is on. Trying to make magic with his feet. There he goes. Rustled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Touchdown, Miners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. And we've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat, and right now he's giving this defense all they can handle.
They'll run the counter. Got the first down. What a cut. Now he's loose. Into the secondary on the right. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, New Mexico. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Miners sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Makes the catch. It's Bohannon. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages just...
And he's got it inside the 25. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Wants to throw again. Fires to the tight end. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Rush right in his face, and he gets rid of it.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
Wideout trying to get it in. Into the house. Touchdown, UTEP. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 78 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
37. UTEP 27.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Lobos sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. But the big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run him again. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And the Lobos will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Might as well run him again. Gain of 8 is now 3rd and 2. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Keeps it himself. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
they got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball, just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this down.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it.